Hey guys, this is Hell Hades free to play. Guys, it is the end of the free to play competition. 3 months have gone by. We've all been playing the accounts for 3 months. I really want to use this video to show you how far I got, to talk about some of the struggles I had along the way. Especially the main one I want to kind of like touch on actually is burnout, which I got significant amount of burnout in month 3. Trying to play at the sort of level and the pace that we were playing at, it affected me in the end. So I want to touch on that, but I also want to show you how far I've got in the different areas of the game. We're going to pull this juicy little sacred here for this weekend's 2 times, and then I just want to have a look at the leaderboards and see how the other creators did and the community did as well. We did do a stream last night where I got some of the creator captains on and we talked about the kind of overriding experience. That will live on YouTube if you want to go and check that out. It's like an hour long or something, so feel free to get involved with that. But yeah, I guess I'll start, and I left this page up on purpose. I'll start with this kind of like feel of burnout. And, I think I achieved a couple of really cool things in this free-to-play series. Probably the biggest thing that I achieved was doing 2 back-to-back fusions when I didn't really have levels of prep which should have allowed me to do it. And hopefully anyone who's trying to do fusions will be able to watch my actions really and understand where I use my resources, how I kind of found the requirements to do these things, because they're hard, right? These fusions are tough, but it also led to this kind of like period of burnout for me. So I did Ancora fusion, got that done. Armand's popped up and I was like, damn, Armand's would be so good to get on any account. Like, he's just such a nutty champion, but especially an account that's trying to push areas of the game. So I got the Armands, and I was actually in San Francisco at the time. So I'd been traveling. I was in San Francisco for work, for the Fateless stuff. And once I secured him, I allowed myself a couple of days break while I was still out there doing Fateless stuff. But what happened was that break then ended up being more like a 2-week break. Because when I got back, I didn't have the motivation to go back into the free-to-play. And that's why you've not seen any videos over the last short period of time. And you can even see it here. So this is a 90-day competition. It was 3 months, but I've actually logged in now. This is going to be day 78. So you can kind of see where this 2-week gap happened, which actually cost me in the end personally in terms of where I was on leaderboards and stuff like that. But it was probably the right thing for me, because 3 months is a long time when you are going hard. And I was, and a bunch of the other creators were as well, in terms of really, this was a competition. So I guess apologies to the rest of my team for not going for the full 3 months at the level that I was doing. But it was just, there's only so much a human being can do, I guess. And we all get those kind of periods in our lives. So you just have to recognize it sometimes and be like, you know what? I do need a break. And what was actually great is 2 days ago, I kind of got back into it. And then I pushed tons of content because I had that kind of like renewed energy. So let's just pull the sacred first. Let's make sure that on this 2 times, if we pull a Falman, that would be insane. But we're now out of the free-to-play challenge. So legendaries now exist. And I do still want to play the account for a bit because there's a few things I want to show you guys before I end up giving it away. We're not a dupe grunge. That's not the one. That's not what we're after. But yeah, one of the main things that I still want to achieve, which I think is the thing I haven't achieved, is push to Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. And the reason why I'm still keen to do it is because I do have where is he? I do have a Trombor here. And Trombor is the first champion I've picked up that's any good with Ally Protect. So I feel like I can show people, without having like the top tier champions and all that type of stuff, a Trombor, probably someone like a Juliana, my Sepulchre starts to get kind of like bare bones of a team. Probably Rathalos for damage, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe someone like a Golden Reaper or the Ancora for survivability, and see if I can't push myself into Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss with a decent team. And the reason why I want to do that is because, it's one of the things that I always advise people to try and do as early as they can. And I think over the years of doing these free-to-play challenges, I've done it in a number of different ways. I've had the lucky unkillable pull, which is the easiest way to get there. I've done it with, I guess it's unkillable still, but the Helicath pull the next year. Last year, I did it on a 2-for-1 speed tune. So I was able to get Deacon alongside another speed champion and get all my guys hitting hard and fast. And I did it that way. This time I'm thinking, can I do it with the old school ally protector route, but without the top tier names and legendaries to kind of back it up? So that's kind of like the last challenge that I really want to do this year in terms of the free to play. And Chombo's a good one for that because he actually brings also Leech, which means I don't need to build everyone in life still. He's bringing ally protect plus increased defense just for him, which is a shame, but plus increased defense. Yeah, removes one random debuff from all allies before attacking as well in this A2. That's quite interesting, actually. What's quite hard is when you've got something like this, you think, this is great. I can use him to deal with the stun as well. But the trouble is, generally, you need your ally protector to go last in turn order. But I might be able to have him on a 4-for-3 speed tune so that he goes straight away after the clan boss stun and cleans a stun. And then he goes at the end of the turn and ally protects, which could be quite cool as well. So yeah, some things I need to think through. But anyway, I need to build out the speed comp, show you guys what I want to do. But that's the last kind of like major challenge that I want to get done before I give up this account. Now, in terms of some of the champions I've got then, so Daithe's been massive this free to play. He's been quite a hard carry in terms of my drop defense champion. Really fun champ. Rathalos actually is the freebie, has been really good. He's just piled out loads of damage on bosses. That's been cool. And Kora's been an absolute carry since I picked her up. Armand, since I leveled him, is nuts. In terms of my build here, perception and speed gear. Just kind of like quick with good accuracy. And he is making mincemeat of a lot of waves, even without the books. Like if they get this cooldown here, the game becomes a bit of a joke, honestly. So he's very good. I've actually found Mordecai's got better the further I've got through the game as my free champion, especially paired with Rathalos. And I am using people like Shizo. I guess I'll show you my best Hydra on, which I put in over the last couple of days to get my points on the board. Just under the top chest 1 key, actually. But we've got Burns, empowering Rathalos, and just doing damage generally. Daithe for the drop defense. And Kora's given me shieldage and a cleanse and some turn meter. More turn meter here from Golden Reaper, plus an AoE decrease attack, which is really good for the head of Wrath. And then we've got Shizo in there just doing the provoke. So provoke's important. AoE decrease attack is helpful. And then ways to do damage and someone to keep you moving and keep you alive. And you'll see in terms of damage, it's pretty even actually between Mordecai and Rathalos in terms of where my damage came from, between the burns and the hits. So pretty good. I mean, being able to take this level of damage in Hydra in a few months, I think is pretty solid. That was always the area of the game which I thought would be toughest. But there's some people on the free-to-play challenge that have done like 40 to 50 million damage on normal, which is phenomenal in that period of time. I was hitting Nightmare for around 20 mil on Clan Boss with this team. And Kora, again, just kind of like keeping the team going. Poisons and burns from Juliana. A bit more poison from Kale. Decrease attack from my Sepulchre. And helping keep the team alive with increased defense and block debuffs. And then Rathalos doing damage. So that's where I'm at right now. 2 to 3 key Nightmare. But as I say, I want to move that up to Ultra Nightmare before I end up giving the account away or just kind of like coming away from it. I completed a couple of the rotations of Doom Tower on normal. And I got close on no, maybe I didn't really get close on the bomber one. Did okay, but didn't really get that close. I got to like level 90, I think, on the bomber one. So did some of that. I've done some Curse City, like we've got the new rotation here, like got my first key, beating a Bommel. I've generally got, I mean, can I even see how many? I've cleared 8, but that was just yesterday. Don't know if I can see how many I've cleared in the past. Probably not. But generally, I've been able to get further than I thought I would get on normal. But that just depends on like depth of roster. Yeah, so that's a depth of roster thing. One of the other things which really brought me down, I've got to say, was when I took that kind of like mini break. I was in gold 5, just casually getting good amount of medals, and the break pushed me right the way back to silver. And it felt very unfair, honestly. Arena, I said it in the stream last night, Arena is easily the worst experience of any of the game modes for someone who started out playing. I got into gold very easily, but in terms of once you're in there, there's just, now it's a bit different because I've got a team that makes a bit of sense. But you know, when I was trying to play the game for the last 2 months, there wasn't really any fights that made any sense, which meant that my whole arena experience was terrible, which also means it holds me up on my Arbiter missions. And you know, any time I had a real block for the Arbiter missions, it was because of an arena one. And I've got it right now. Get to an Affinity 9 bonus in the arena stuff. Like, it just, anytime there was a gap, it's about arena, which is quite hard to take. It's just so long and frustrating. So I don't know if the raid guys really pay attention to this type of stuff, but it's a massive problem. It's a massive problem, honestly. It's easily the worst thing for a new player's experience coming through, in my opinion. Let's show you what I did in campaigning. So over the last day or two, when I got back onto the account, I basically pushed all the way through Nightmare. And I think if I book the cooldown on the A2 for Armands, I think I just 3-star the rest. But that's the only kind of like challenge I had. I've got the odd star to kind of deal with. And then on the final stages, I couldn't beat it 2-man in it. So I was kind of 4-man in it. But I think if Armands gets a book into his A2, it becomes kind of easy. So again, I think I could get this sacred if I worked a bit hard at it over the next week or two, pretty comfortably. But yeah, basically pushed anywhere in the campaign. But Armands has been just massive for doing that. In most areas of the game, I didn't do... you know what? I lost out on a lot of points here. I forgot about this. I didn't push Iron Twins until yesterday, which was the last day of the competition. And I pushed through to like stage 7 or so, I think. Maybe, well, it would have been 6 because I didn't use a refresh or refresh of gems. But I forgot there's all of the different affinities. So I actually missed out on a bunch of points for just not completing different affinity stuff. All of the keeps are smacked level 20, I think, or maybe 19 or so. Oh yeah, I've got a couple which I haven't finished off, but generally it's between 18 and 20 on all of the keeps. I think I could do 20 on all of them if I just put my time into doing it. Minnow, easy 15s. Pretty much got to the point now where I could just farm with like a couple of people, and then basically the fillers were just coming in and getting their own masteries done. So the way I did this was anyone who's got full masteries stayed in the team all the time. So someone like Rathalos, full masteries, Kale, full masteries, my Sepulchre's full masteries, and then my filler champion just went in to get their masteries when I needed them. So that's now really easier. And with Armands as well, like, it's even easier because he just makes it an absolute joke. Ice Golem, I ended up getting to stage 20. On farm, it's slow. I think if I was actually properly farming it for competition stuff, I'd still come back down. But yeah, stage 20 was done. Pretty much Armands got me through all the waves and stuff. And then Rathalos kills the boss. And then we've got revives if we need them with someone like Ancora. As I say, though, it's pretty damn slow. Dragon, I got all the way through to the end of normal. Again, Armands sort the waves out. Everyone else kill them. And then Rathalos kill the boss. So got to 25. I didn't kill any of the hard stuff, but I got all the way to 25. Finite wasn't quite as good. I beat 19, struggled with 20. Again, maybe I could do better. I think if I manualed it, I could probably beat 20. The problem I got is Armands, who's my turn meter control god. He doesn't have like multi-hits, so he's actually not good for the boss. And he could weak hit. So if he weak hits trying to drop the turn meter of the boss, then obviously that's a bit of a problem. But yeah, comfortable 19, but couldn't beat 20. Spiders, I beat up to 20. And this is a comfortable farm using the burns and the turn meter drop and the heart seekers. So I think in stuff like Sand Devil, did a few levels yesterday, did a few levels on Phantom's Grove. That was really just to earn points. But I think, over the course of everything we've done, 305 stars in Faction Wars, I'm pretty pleased with my progress. I think it's been a cool competition. It's also been cool to see a number of different ways that the content creators have gone at it. If we check out the actual kind of leaderboard stuff, so my team ended up coming in 5th spot, and it was pretty tight, I would say. So congrats to YST. Both he and his team did a great job. Most teams had a couple of people that either couldn't commit to the full 3 months or weren't able to put as much time in. But, you know, massive props to Colred here. Colred plays, I think he's the highest scoring content creator with 12,767. And honestly, he's up there in the whole community. We ended up having over 1,000 community members playing alongside us, but I'll show you that in a minute. But it's been super cool. Deadwood's team came in second place. Again, props to those guys. Yeah, loads of effort going in from these teams. Deadwood, I'll show you in a minute, hit a crazy clan boss team. Actually, Colred hit an insane Hydra team as well, which is cool. Big Papa Drock here really carried his team as well. 11,000 points, awesome stuff. Brandon doing well as well. HWZ, similar sort of thing though. Most teams had a couple of people which just had to stop for whatever reason or didn't carry it right through. Cold Brew's team then came in fourth, just ahead of my team. My team, Mullet Reaver, finally he sleeps, doing great work. I was like a middler. And then some of the other guys, again, Saf just couldn't put the time in. Gauging Gamer wasn't able to do too much either. But again, we had like great camaraderie with the team, especially in the early stages. The first month, everyone was like super hyped. So it was cool to see. Croptio is actually, maybe he's the highest point scorer from community, actually. Sorry, from content creators. Croptio, damn, like crazy. I'll show you in a minute. Some of the stuff he's done is insane in 3 months, like almost unbelievable. Broken Not Dead as well, super active in this team. Got the Jedi here, MTG Jedi, with his team with Shriek up there, Soul Saint, and then again we had a few which probably dropped out a bit earlier, and then Odd One, considering he's just had a baby and obviously it covers a number of games and stuff, putting up some big points. Madcap are doing well as well. So yeah, anyway, thanks so much to all the content creators. Let's have a look at the leaderboards for the content creators first, and you'll see what I mean by some crazy stuff. Croptio, 18 6 stars in 3 months. It's kind of bonkers. Like, how many did I do? How many did I actually get in the end? And I played like pretty hard, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 in 3 months. So he's done a fair chunk more than me. 7 more 6 stars in 3 months. It's nuts. Yeah, absolutely. I don't even know how he's done that, honestly. I wonder if he did the fusions, because I guess I did throw a ton of resources into fusions. But then even while I was doing that, I was still leveling champs. Yeah, absolutely insane. Great hall development. He got up to 85. Croptio again. It's just nutty, like a nutty level. Some people would have done this in a different way. Like, for instance, on mine, I was way back. And then yesterday, I just threw loads of my gold medals into anything just to get myself some points, because of the way we did points, probably not quite right for Great Hall, but still really, really cool work. Faction Wars. Croptio got 565 stars in Faction Wars. Papa Drock, 527. Like, I ended up at 305, and I did a reasonable amount in Faction Wars. Like, I wasn't hard pushing it, but I did a reasonable amount. This is crazy numbers, honestly. Loads of people hitting gold 5. I think some people actually hit plat. This isn't quite updated, right? But arena, yeah, gold 5 from a lot of us. Tag team arena, some people all the way up to bronze 4. You know, Colred, Odd One, awesome achievement. Current fastest champion. I actually did not change my build. I just want to see what mine would be here for my Golden Reaper. Because, again, like some of this stuff I should have done to just squeeze some more points in. But, yeah, because I left it too late to get back in the right headspace, I ended up just not doing it. But if I just have a quick look, Golden Reaper, if I was to optimize and go for balanced, include anything that I own, and then just go for speed, see how fast I could have got. So if I don't care about taking stuff off of other champs and just load her up with the fastest gear that I've got, I could have hit 292 speed after playing for 3 months. And if I compare that to the best, so I actually could have made the leaderboard. I could have ended up coming in 5th if I'd done that. As it is, I was at 276 anyway, but gives you an idea, like in 3 months, basically 270 odd speed plus, very achievable. Campaign, a few people beat Nightmare Campaign, quite a few actually, or 6 of us. Cold Brew, Finally Seeps, Mullet Reaver, Brandon, Big Papa Drock, awesome stuff. Doom Tower rotations. So this doesn't always update correctly. We had some sort of glitches, but the points were right. But again, plenty of people beating most of the rotations, not most of the rotations, like some of the rotations, which was cool. You had here Clan Boss, Deadwood, with nearly a 40 million hit with his Unkillable team, using Geo, Kafru and Manny to make the Unkillable stuff. Very cool. Mullet Reaver with the free key as well, using probably a type of team that I'm looking to build with a lot of ally protection going on. But yeah, few people hitting Ultra Nightmare to a good level, which is very cool to see in that time. This is what I was talking about on Hydra. Croptio doing a 55 mil hit. Colred doing a 44. Colred actually said he also did hard at like 40 million. So, you know, he was able to pick up Archer in that kind of champion training one, was it? Which obviously makes it way better for Hydra. Also, both of these two at the top here had Ugo, which is a great pull for this. But yeah, great work. Like, really good work. Me coming in at 6 mil and 8th shows the difference. Like, these guys hitting at 40, 50 mil. It's crazy. Dragon, we had someone going all the way up. Colred all the way up to hard 8 on Dragon. Like, that's phenomenal work. Anyone hitting hard dungeons in 3 months, phenomenal work. Ice Golem, Croptio doing hard 5. Like, it's actually nuts. It's not the type of team I'm expecting to see at all. Hard 5 on Ice Golem. Does Sawai do burns? Like, where's his damage coming from? It's just hits. I think it's just hits. Absolutely crazy. Hard 4 from Colred. Hard 3 from Big Papa Drock. Like, phenomenal stuff. Finite, we got some 25s out of people. Spider, hard 7 from Croptio. Hard 6 from Colred. Again, phenomenal stuff. It's actually crazy. Like, 3 months in, just doing absolute work. Chemtum, yeah, that's a nice pull. Actually, Croptio's got some nice pulls, and some people in the comments would be like, oh, it's all about the pulls. It's not. It's definitely not. They help, but you know, the brain power, you don't get that many stars in Faction Wars just because of pulls. I'll tell you that now. Not a chance. Really, really good work. Most people beat Minotaur 15 in this time. A lot of people hit 20 on the keeps as well. We got Colred going all the way up to level 12 on Iron Twins. Kind of nuts. That's crazy hard to do, honestly. Very hard to do. So, good work. Sand Devil, Big Papa Drop winning on that one, up to 11. Colred up to 14 on Shogun as well. Very cool to see. And I just want to flip up the community one as well, mainly for the leaderboards. I mean, maybe I should show some of this, like 26 stars from Rook. JS Foot and Panda, I'm going to have them both come onto the channel and we're going to show their accounts over the next few days. They have got, I'm going to show it. They've got an insane amount of points. So JS Foot came in at 16,000 points. Bear in mind how much I played this game in the last 3 months. I got basically 7,000. Like, it's bizarre. It's like they're playing at a different level. Croptio ended up coming in 3rd on the overall scores. Panda 2nd with nearly 15,000. It's just like phenomenal. And it's great to see so many. You only see 50 here, but you know, we had, as I say, well over 1,100 people doing this. And yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to see. JS Foot and Panda, look how many stars they got on Faction Wars. It's kind of nutty, honestly. Absolutely nutty. Panda ended up having a 337 speed champ. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go through this with those guys, but it's phenomenal. Phenomenal to see some of the achievements, I guess, over the last 3 months. And it's been a real fun event. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully, yeah, we'll do it again next year, perhaps with some different requirements or whatever. But that's going to be it for this one. A wrap up of the free-to-play 2024. And yeah, it's been an absolute blast. Thanks to all the creators that got involved, and thanks to everyone in the community that supported it along the way or got involved yourself. I've been Hell Hades, free to play. I'll see you later.